Hey, Megapodzilla's Krazy Joe and
Just Bob.
Just Bob. We are, I gotta move my finger because I keep putting it right in front of the camera, and I just made it worse. There we go.
You did.
We are standing outside the Colonial Theatre, used in the movie
The Blob.
The Blob, and this is Blobfest, and there goes the Imperious Leader
That
from
was the
Battlestar
Imperious Leader
Galactica.
from BSG.
Yes, the original. So yeah, we're here, we're walking around, it's a street festival going on, and just gonna see how they do. You're working this event, right, Bob?
I am working this event. We've had a costume contest, which we had the Imperious Leader from Battlestar Galactica, Tippi Hedren from The Birds, and we had Audrey and Audrey 2 at the costume contest.
I saw Audrey too, that was pretty cool.
She was what? She won. Whoa.
Sorry.
Spitting food at me.
Yeah.
So we're gonna walk around town and we're gonna take a look at some of the shops and give you like a little flavor of what Blobfest is without showing you the movie because you need a ticket for that.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
All right, we are here with the Imperious Leader from Battlestar Galactica, the original Battlestar Galactica. Hi.
How are you?
Very good, how are
Wonderful.
you? So tell us about your costume. How long did it take to make that?
This took a couple hours a night for the last couple of months. My wife she would not see my face for quite some time. A lot of paper mache, a lot of cutting vinyl and swearing and sweating and getting frustrated and finally getting done a couple days ago. I still smell a lot of paint.
It's very cool. Now, how'd you do in the contest?
I placed for third. I tied for third.
Very cool.
Thank
nice
you.
costume.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Well, I gotta say, I'm glad this guy isn't here because he's too spooky. Too spooky.
Bill is going to be up here in about 5 more minutes, I think. He's going to get some lunch. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, sure.
I beg your pardon.
Help! Help! Help!
All right, I am here with Kat, you said?
Yes.
And she is Tippi Hedren, right?
Yes.
This is a cool costume.
Thank you.
How did you do in the contest?
I got
Third?
third. Third.
Only third?
Yeah.
That's really clever. You should have done better than third. No,
I agree.
I heard your purse does some tricks.
Yeah, I mean, kind of got the bird inside of it. Supposed to be.
That's very cool. What's really cool is my wife and I were actually talking about the birds on the way over here.
Oh, yeah?
So how'd you come up with the idea?
Well, we were trying to think of something that would be, like, cool and not too much to put together, and my mother wanted to do Carrie originally, and I'm like, no, let's do something else. Then we came up with the birds, and I just love the idea, so we went with it.
That's very cool. So thanks for talking to us.
Yeah.
It's a very neat costume.
Thank you.
I think Torchwood has arrived because there's Captain Jack. All right, I'm here with Mr. Lobo, and it's very cool to meet you.
Good to meet you, sir.
I actually first saw you in the documentary American Scary.
Yes,
and-
I was a researcher as well as an interview subject for that film.
Really? I think, now you are a horror host. You host horror
Yes,
movies.
I do host horror movies. I'm a horror host, that is correct.
That is awesome. Because
15 years. July 29th, 2001 was our first episode.
Really? Now, where are you based out of?
I was originally from Sacramento, California. We started at an ABC affiliate in Sacramento, which is Northern California. I grew up in San Francisco Bay Area on Creature Features with Bob Wilkins, and I was fortunate enough to meet Bob Wilkins, and we did some live shows together, and he encouraged me to pursue a similar career, being an on-air talent, presenting low-rent movies on late-night television. And it was very successful locally, and then we went into syndication in 2003, and there are still some parts, some stations, small broadcast stations across the country, pull it down off the satellite and show it on regular over-the-air TV. But you know, the broadcast market moved into streaming, and my wife and I have a new streaming TV channel called OSI 74, which has Cinema Insomnia, which is my show, Cinema Insomnia with Mr. Lobo, and a bunch of other crazy stuff, retro stuff, fun stuff, weird stuff, funny stuff, weird and funny stuff.
Now, you say it's a streaming channel. Can that be gotten through a Roku or?
Roku device is the primary version of it. You can't. A lot of the material is online. We have a Vimeo channel, and which isn't quite as fun to navigate. But we're working on moving into Amazon Fire and Google Chrome and all those other platforms. But Roku is the main way to watch it right now.
Now, this day and age, with the way movies and television and DVDs are going, does it get harder to get the rights to movies to use on your show?
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of like the biggest issue, because there's the rights issues with films. A lot of these films are public domain that we show. Some of them are independent films where you can just call up the producer and say, hey, we want to use your film, is that okay? But you know, a lot of films are in kind of a gray area, you know. I mean, a company that was bought by another company that went out of business, and so some of these films, it's not very easy to figure out who they belong to, and a lot of them kind of fall into kind of a they don't come after you category, which is probably the most important category when showing films. They won't come after you. But one of the things that we do on OSI 74 is that, you know, we are curators, we are hosts. We're not saying this is our material. This is rare. You know, you might not be able to see this. We actually, you know, there's the FBI warning. We have an OSI warning for fair use. And we tell people that you know, there is no intention to profit on someone else's work, but we're presenting this to better our culture, and hopefully their lawyers understand that. But it might be a good way to find out who the heck owns these films and get them a proper release.
Very cool. So how long, you've been doing Blobfest for a while now, right?
Yeah, I'm confused as to how many years now, but I did 1 year, I think it might have been 2011 or 2010, where I was a special guest, and then the normal host was sick or something, and I jumped up on stage and did some emceeing, and they're like, hey, we like you as an MC, would you like to come back and be the MC? And then I had to get married or something. I think Dixie and I got married, and then we skipped a year. The last 4 or 5 years I've been the MC.
Well, you have a line forming, so I don't want to hold you up any longer, but thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and thanks for keeping this horror host tradition alive, because it's a great tradition that we don't see much of anymore.
Watch horror films, keep America strong.
All right, we are here with Amanda, and you won, right? You won. She won the costume contest for. Well, if you don't know who this is, you got homework to do, because it's a great movie. Audrey and Audrey 2, right?
Yep, that's right.
Now that is amazing. How long did it take you? You made the puppet yourself?
My best friend did, actually.
Really?
Yeah, for Christmas.
That is really cool.
Thank you.
Can I feel the puppet?
Oh, yeah.
What's it made of?
There's stuffing like cotton in there, and then this is just like foam, and it's basically sewing and leaves, you know.
That is an awesome costume. I mean, you know, we were impressed with a lot of the costumes. So you had fierce competition, but this is awesome, and you deserve to win. Now, you don't mind me asking, before we started shooting, you said you have a podcast, and it sounds fantastic. Would you tell our audience about your show?
Of course, it's called The Rick Cast. I'm going over all of Rick Moranis' movies and SCTV, all sorts of things like that.
Have you done Streets of Fire yet?
Not yet.
Ooh. How far are you in? Are you taking them chronologically?
No, I'm just going in sporadic order. Basically, I go on my Twitter. Usually, I ask like, which one should I do next? I do like a poll, and whatever one wins.
Well, I'm definitely subscribing to this podcast. So, thank you for talking to us. That's a great costume.
Thank you.
So we are here at Blobfest, and we are here with one of the hosts today, and his name is Dash Daring. Dash, how's it going?
Fantastic.
Good. Dash, you have been hosting for several years now. Is this the best Blob experience ever?
This is my best Bob experience ever.
Experience ever.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, this is a great Blobfest. We've had a killer night last night on Friday night with a packed run out, a great street crowd. The Blob Ball was 200 plus people. Today's street crowd's been fantastic, especially given the impending rain forecast. There's loads of people here.
Nice, nice, nice. So, would you say that Blobfest is growing and growing, and how does it affect the town, and how do you see it affect the, Phoenixville itself?
So I've met a number of people this year specifically who have been hearing about the growth of Blobfest. They know more and more people who have begun coming, and so more of those people are first timers. Got a lot of first time attendees here today who may have never even been to Phoenixville, and now they know Phoenixville's a great town with great venues and great places to eat and drink, so they'll be back.
Nice, nice. And will you actually get a chance to see any of the films today?
Oh, absolutely. I actually make it a point. I do a bunch of stage things, but I do make it a point to catch every one of the movies, and usually the Blob twice.
Not twice.
Yeah, this evening for the 8 o'clock show, and then tomorrow afternoon for the Sunday show.
Well, I will see you at the 8 o'clock show. Thank you, Dash.
Thank you, Bob.
All right, cool. We are at Blobfest.
All right, so that's it for us. I mean, the Blobfest is not over. This is going to go on till 6, but there's movies to see.
This Islanders, The Blob, and then Queen of Blood, which has Basil Rathbone, Dennis Hopper, and John Saxon. Where else can you get a movie like that except at Blobfest in the theater?
That's awesome. So, well, if you're watching this video, it's too late for you. You missed it. But fortunately, it happens every year. So
yes, Blobfest 18 in 2017.
So we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna go watch The Blob, and you know what you can do while you're waiting for us to come back? You can download some shows at megapodzilla.com, Stitcher, iTunes. We're now in Google Play. So yeah, go listen to our wacky audio misadventures. So, oh my God, do you see that over there?
Yes, the impending.
Oh geez, that is the. But are you backing up?
Well, I can probably outrun you.
You're not gonna. Oh my God.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
All right. I gotta run too. Gotta run. Oh my God, the Blob's coming.